my name is Clara and today I'm going to show you my work about Antony Gormley. So, the first work that I want to analyze is Another Place, a project by the sculptor Antony Gormley, where the stages explore both the outward space and the space that we feel within our bodies. The artist uses the rough mold of his body as the matrix and the measure of his works, and what Gormley's masterpieces want to communicate is not the representation of bodies, but making space. The space where we live, the space that exists between us, and that connection that makes us just figures passing by in time and space. It's about trying to find a place, a personal space, in a tormenting world. In this work, permanently set on Crosby Beach, Liverpool, the figures face out to sea, looking at the horizon, and as Gormley said once, art is about to imagine what lies beyond the horizon. As we can see from this other picture, the bodies are seen from behind. They are faceless and without an identity, just empty bodies representing the darkness of body. So they don't represent a single individual, but everyone can perceive his own body. The figures are part of the landscape, they merge with nature, and they don't just appear in the installation, but they are the installation. In my opinion, this work is harmony at its purest, and the spectator is no more a stranger to the work, but it becomes part of it. The subject of the picture, as he relates himself with the iron figures standing on the beach, when I saw his works for the first time, what really affected me wasn't the originality of the sculptures, but I was caught off guard by the deep concept of man and space, and all the energy surrounding it. This art is communicative, and aims to create any sort of bond between the empty bodies standing there and the people interacting with them. In this other sculpture, made out of wood, the artist is representing our inner world, as the figure that is in a fetal position refers to the nostalgia of the mother's womb. It can express depression, fear, or melancholy, but when I look at the figure, it gives me a sense of protection and quietness. Reminds me that everyone has their moments when all we need to do to feel better is to climb up and just forget the world and all the difficulties surrounding us. With this piece of art, Gormley is trying to unite people. The figure is just representing an empty body case, so everyone can transfer his own soul to that place where we feel safe and loved, creating a new dimension. Sometimes we are misunderstood because the world where we live doesn't give us much security, and we are alone dealing with this. The artist says this twice to print the concept in his mind. He's feeling sorry and sad because he's not well understood. Art allows us to communicate and to express feelings, so it is a way of communicating. But can art be misunderstood? Well, if art is too original, it will be difficult to understand it, and if it's way too traditional, it will be boring. Feeling misunderstood is normal, because everyone sees things in a different way, and at the end, we all feel a little misunderstood. In this sculpture, the artist has made several iron figures, so he investigates the space that we share with others. All these bodies are somehow related. They walk together, but at the same time they are alone. This represents the human situation and how human relations have changed due to the strong use of technology that alienate us from the real world. The simple fact that the sculptures are situated in an enclosed space strengthens this concept. We are closed in our comfort zone without having a real conception of our world. Gormley's works, at the end, are about humans. The real subject of his works is the human and his soul.